Hello everybody and welcome back to your daily dose of Lorne, the channel dedicated to helping you get through your week, because I of all people know how difficult that can be and we all need a pick-me-up every now and then. Today's video is going to be another story for you, so sit back, relax, enjoy. I hope I can deliver. So this story is about me and my friend Miko. Back when we were in grade 11. He and I are both born kind of near the end of the year. Well, me in the end of the year, him close to the end of the year. We didn't have our driver's license yet at this point, so we had to, if we wanted to go somewhere, we had to walk. There was this one church where I had been going to youth. I had been going to youth group there for a while, and I knew they had this place in the basement of the church that was called the Youth Cafe, where basically, I don't know if it was really like a drop-in, but it was kind of along those lines where like people, like kids, could come in on their spares and just hang out and, you know, be off the street basically. And I knew for a fact that they had video games there, that they had specifically, they had Double Dash, I think they had Super Smash Bros. Melee. But yeah, anyways, so I knew Miko and I, we were big Double Dash guys, we were big Mario Kart guys, so I told him about it, and he's like, yeah, I guess we'll walk. Like we weren't big on walking. We were big on video games, not on walking. So we start walking. It wasn't a terrible walk. We had a lot of spare, I guess, at this point. So we would just head out, you know, at 10 o'clock, come back for 1 o'clock or something like that, right? We had a bunch of time. So we start walking, and at this time we were also joking around with each other that we were going to form a verbal dubstep group. So as we're walking to where we were going, we pass it was a truck shop, like a semi-truck shop. So we heard a bunch of air, I guess, going off from like air compressors or something, and it made a really cool beat, and we both just started laughing. Like, it was hilarious because it was like the kind of sounds like we would probably make in our vocal dubstep group. So it was pretty funny. And then yeah, you know, we did this a couple times. We'd walk there and hang out, and then this one time, man, like we were safe boys. We were trying to very much be safe boys, so we always used the crosswalk, and we would wait until, you know, it was our time to walk, and then we'd walk. And there's one time, man, I swear, we were waiting to walk, the light changed and it said we could walk. Okay, so we start walking across the street. Next thing we know, there's a truck, like just a regular pickup truck, just comes and like just right in front of us. It was kind of like, whoa, stop! You know, you like that when you're in the car with your mom and you come to a sudden stop and she like slams her arm up against you to like brace you. It was like we were doing that for each other, like, stop! I don't know, but anyways, like, this guy clearly ran a red light, and we were pedestrians crossing at the time. It's like, how do you, like, we were lucky to be alive. But yeah, we just kept, you know, sometimes even as safe boys, you're not always safe, because things are out of your control. That's what we learned. We keep walking, and then we get there, safe and sound. And we're playing some Double Dash, and my friends happened to be there. So we came up with this idea that we would, because in Double Dash, if you're not familiar with Mario Kart Double Dash, you can, 2 players can be controlling the same kart. So basically one person would be driving, one person would be firing the items, body checking the other carts, stuff like that. So we figured we'd team up a couple times. So he was really good at driving and steering and stuff like that, so I was doing the stuff in the back. And every time you body check someone or try to, it kind of moves the cart over. So after a while he got kind of upset with me because I was messing up his driving by his body checking all the time. It's kind of a fun feature, the body checking, especially if you're Yoshi, because you use your tongue to just smack the other guys. But yeah, so that was a fun feature. We played like that a couple times, then I think we kind of got sick of it. And then this one time, or a couple times, but there was this guy there, Alex. He was a cousin to one of my friends that I had through that church, and Alex was there, and he was German, so I mean his accent was fairly strong still, and so the things that he said were even more funny because of the accent. Not saying that the accent is funny sounding, but just it added something to the funny things that he was saying. So they have in Double Dash, they have the chain chomp. Basically, a giant chain chomp comes out and whatever it takes you leads you through. It's like basically Bullet Bill or the Piranha Plant, basically. I remember him hating chain chomp, but what was funny about it is that he called it Chain Man. So anytime he'd be like, "Oh no, Chain Man," and it'd be like, oh man, it was great. It just because the things that he would say were funny, the timing of it was hilarious, and then just how it sounded. It was so great. We had such a great time there with him. And then, okay, he really did not like a certain track. He really hated Sherbet Land. So I don't know if it was the ice or if it was the track itself, but he really did not like it. So then anytime we'd be doing like a Grand Prix or a Cup or something, and it would come up, you just look towards Alex and he'd be like, "Oh no, not Sherbet Land." And it was great. It was a crack up. But I think one of the funniest things I ever heard from him was when we were picking characters, right? And he picked Wario. And then I think somebody at one point asked him why he was picking Wario, or he just said it. I think maybe he just said it. But he was like, Wario and his sexy butt. Obviously on some carts, his butt would just like, I guess, be sticking out or whatever, and just like, I guess he liked that. So that was one of the funniest moments. Again, his comedic timing and just the way he said things, it was so funny. Oh, I'm glad that that church did that for the community and for the youth. I don't know if they're still doing it, but yeah, I mean, it was great. I had great times there. You could buy food there and stuff. Like, it was great. Just great for community, really, and keeping kids off the street. So I'm glad that Miko and I got to have those experiences there. I think after we got our licenses, then a couple times we drove there, but after a while we kind of just stopped going. Yeah, I'll always have those memories, so that was great. Yeah, you guys, I hope you enjoyed the story. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe, and of course hit that bell button. You know the spiel. But also buy some merch. LMNK, baby. Support me in my music endeavors. Link in the bio, of course, and just go to lmnkband.com. there will be a shop option or store option, whatever I have it set at, and do that. All my instrumentals and albums are there, and singles and stuff, so definitely take a visit to my website. Over here is a video that YouTube has recommended for you, and over here is a throwback video to when I did a Star Wars action figure pickup sort of thing. So if that interests you, go check it out, and of course I will see you tomorrow. Peace.